Evan here from Evan Sports Corner, and I'm back with another video here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about Urban Meyer struggling already in his professional career. He's only been a head coach for a few months now in the NFL, and he's already hit some roadblocks here in his NFL career. As we all know, Urban Meyer was a very successful college coach at the University of Florida, Ohio State, and all the other schools that he coached at. And he's now finding out that the NFL is not college football. And shocker, he's struggling early on. But before we hop in the video, remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to anonymous more sports content like this. And let's hop right into the video. So Urban Meyer is already struggling in his NFL career. He's 0-1, which doesn't really tell the whole story because there's a lot more into it than just losing to possibly the worst team in the NFL in the Houston Texans. In fact, not just losing, but getting absolutely destroyed. That's not what we're really going to talk about. Yes, the team looked underprepared and just really sloppy on opening day. Trevor Lawrence not exactly doing the greatest on opening day, and the Jaguars took the loss. But it's just all been culminating up to this point to see the performance and the product that the Jaguars put on to the field last Sunday. And it's looking back at Urban Meyer right now, and it's not looking good. There's a lot of things going on with Urban Meyer. Obviously, you know, there's been a lot of questions about the way he's been preparing his team, the schemes, the motivation tactics, bringing in Tim Tebow to play tight end and then cutting him. Another interesting tactic that he did, only played Trevor Lawrence in, half the snaps, splitting snaps with Gardner Minshew, who was eventually traded. But I don't really understand that tactic. I would have let Lawrence play most of the preseason, gets the feel of the NFL because he's the #1 overall pick. And Urban Meyer came out of another retirement to coach in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he was blessed with the #1 overall pick and being able to select Clemson superstar Trevor Lawrence and a pretty young Jacksonville team with a few good young players, guys like C.J. Henderson, Josh Allen, James Robinson, DJ Chark, guys like that. This team is definitely going to need some construction, and they're definitely going to need to build some culture in Duval County, but at least they have their franchise quarterback and some young players to work with. Now, just because they lost week 1, obviously the overreactors are going to be like, Trevor Lawrence is the bust and all that. But I don't think that's the case. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be just fine. He just had a really rough week 1, and the Jaguars just look sluggish. But I think that all kind of has to come back on Urban Meyer, and there's been a lot of issues with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is quickly finding out what most college football coaches go through when they head to the NFL, and they make the jump from college football to the NFL. Just like Nick Saban did when he went to the Dolphins, just like other college coaches in the past have figured out very quickly, the NFL is nothing like college football. You got to prepare your teams differently. A lot of these big powerhouse teams get to play easy opponents to start the season. They get to play unranked opponents. They don't get to, really get into the grinding conference schedule until later on. Especially for these college teams, they get a warm-up game to start the season. Now, you'll occasionally sprinkle in a really good opponent, like Ohio State this year got to play Oregon, but a lot of the time you get cupcake opponents to start the season. That's not how it works in the pros. Yes, there are teams that are worse, like the Jaguars playing the Texans, but you have to prepare for every NFL team pretty similar, although there are, teams with different strengths and stuff you gotta work around. But you have to prepare your team every week. Like in the early weeks of the season, you can't just kind of slack off. You gotta be ready to go from the get-go in the season, or else you're going to get smacked and you're going to be underprepared like the Jaguars looked on Sunday. So preparation, scheming is all different. And also, the team building aspect of the pros is obviously way different from college with the recruiting stuff. In college, Urban Meyer always he usually, especially with Florida and Ohio State, he was always working with 5-star, 4-star, some of the best players in the country on his roster. It's not how it works in the NFL. The Jaguars aren't exactly known for being a talented roster right now. Yes, they have young pieces, but this team isn't crazy good. So Urban Meyer's still learning that, and there's just a lot of different adjustments that coaches have to make when they make the leap from college to the NFL, and most college coaches do not have a good track record when they go up to the NFL, and Urban Meyer is finding that out really quickly. and a lot of rumors are that he will be leaving, which that actually really could be a possibility. Now, he has declined rumors that he will be going to USC, which is, I guess, good for the Jaguars, but Urban Meyer's not really doing a great job. Not to the greatest start in his career, and a lot of people were skeptical of whether Urban Meyer could make a successful jump from the college level to the pro level. Now, an example of someone who's actually doing a decent job from college to the pros is Matt Rule, the former Baylor coach. He hasn't been bad, he's been solid, and I think that Carolina's building something decent over there. But I think that's just because Matt Rule came in and he has built programs up. Temple, he built them. He built Baylor from being bad. They had that really good season, then he made the jump to the NFL for the bigger payday. And, I think Matt Rule really learned how to construct a good program and construct a good team, which is obviously needed in the pros. He didn't go to Temple where, you were getting 5-star recruits. It's not how it worked. You had to build the team with scheming and preparation and all that. And that translates better to the pros than coaching at an elite college where every year you got superstars. Urban Meyer didn't have to build necessarily from the ground up like Matt Rule did at Temple. So I think that was just why Matt Rule's been a little more successful in the NFL. Now, it's a long season. We can see how Urban Meyer prepares his team. The college season is shorter than the NFL season, so it'll be interesting to see how he adjusts to that. But it'll be very interesting to see how Urban Meyer and the Jaguars progress throughout the season. I think that there's a lot of potential, but the question is Urban Meyer really the right guy for the head coaching job? Can he be a guy who can get the most out of his players at the pro level? He did it really successfully at the college level, and I don't know if he can do it at the pro level. It'll be very interesting to see if he can do that. But that's gonna wrap it up for the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, so you'll not miss more sports content like this. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.